All right, let's talk about a simple shift that could completely change the game for your fundraising. We're going to move away from that frantic, last minute rush for deadlines and trade all that stress for a strategy that's way more powerful and, honestly, just smarter.
So let me ask you, if you're part of a mission-driven organization, what's the most stressful part of your job? I'm going to take a wild guess. It's that constant nagging pressure of the grant application deadline, isn't it? That feeling that a ticking clock is running your life?
Yeah, we call this the endless deadline cycle. It's like this high pressure treadmill you can't get off of, where all your organization's amazing work gets squeezed into a proposal at the last minute, all to fit someone else's schedule. But what if there was a totally different way to do it? Okay, look at this. It's like two different universes of fundraising. On the one hand, you've got the traditional reactive chaos, but on the other, you have this proactive, strategic approach where you apply when your proposal is actually ready, when it's perfect. That is the game-changing shift we're digging into today. So let's step into this world of funding without the frenzy. Seriously, think about it. Rolling applications, open calls, ongoing grants, it means you engage on your terms. This is a massive deal for your planning, your sanity, and the quality of your work. And you might be thinking, okay, but is this a real thing? Oh, it's a very real thing. This isn't some tiny secret corner of the funding world. The data shows it's a pretty diverse landscape. Sure, about 68% are grants, but that leaves almost a third of the pie for fellowships, event funding, and other awards. Turns out, there are a whole lot of different doors to knock on. And we're not just talking about small change either. The financial scope here is huge. Whether you just need a little seed money, less than $1,000 to get a small project started, or you're ready to scale up and need a major investment of $500,000, these ongoing opportunities really do cover the whole spectrum. Okay, let's get specific and make this real. First up, we're going to spotlight a field where timing is everything: journalism and advocacy. These are folks who often need to move fast, which makes deadline-free funding a perfect fit.
Check this out, a fantastic example from the Pulitzer Center. I mean, that's a massive name in journalism, right? They offer ongoing support for journalists covering underreported stories in Africa. And that means a reporter can pitch when the story's actually happening, not just when some grant window happens to be open. They want the story when it's breaking, not when their calendar says it's time.
Now, here's a number to think about: $100,000. Imagine having access to that kind of money when you need it most. Well, this is the cap for a really crucial rapid response fund. And this funding comes from the UN Women's Peace and Humanitarian Fund. It's built for speed, for getting money to organizations on the front lines of promoting peace and security. When a crisis hits, you can't afford to wait months for a grant committee to meet. This fund gets support directly to where it's needed right away. And, it's not always just about big organizational grants. This is a great example: the SAJA Reporting Fellowship. It's an ongoing opportunity for individual journalists to get the support they need for deep, meaningful reporting on South Asia. All right, let's switch gears to another critical area: development and research. This is the space for the social entrepreneurs, the innovators, the big thinkers, the people who are literally trying to build a better world. Whoa. Okay, now that's a big number. $500,000. This is the kind of funding that's out there on the high end of the deadline-free space, aimed at social enterprises with huge, scalable ideas that are ready to take off. So where does that money come from? This is from the Draper Richards Kaplan Foundation, or DRK. They offer this kind of major support on a rolling basis because they get it. World-changing ideas don't follow a schedule. They're looking for leaders with ventures that can make a real difference, and they are ready to invest the second that right idea walks through the door. And for all the academics and scientists out there, there's the George Forster Research Fellowship from the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. This program is all about supporting researchers from developing countries so they can carry out really important, development-focused projects in Germany. And here's another major player. The Catalyst Fund offers up to $500,000 for its Pitch to Us program. Their focus is super clear: supporting ventures that are building resilience in Africa. Again, it's another open door, just waiting for the right innovator with the right solution at the right time. Okay, so we've seen all these incredible opportunities. Your head is probably spinning with ideas, right? But the million-dollar question is, how do you actually seize them? Well, I can tell you, it's not about being lucky. It's all about being prepared. And it really boils down to a pretty simple 4-step process. First, curate your shortlist. Don't chase every shiny object. Find the funds that really align with your mission. Second, do a deep dive. Really understand what they're looking for. Third, align your proposal. Tailor it to show them you're a perfect fit. And finally, my favorite part, submit with confidence. Not because the clock is ticking, but because you know it's truly ready.
And that's really the heart of it all. Let's just say that again because it's so important. The key is strategic alignment, not a frantic rush to meet a deadline. Letting that idea sink in is everything. It's a total mindset shift that puts you back in control of your own story.
So there you have it. We've talked about the problem, we've looked at the solution, and we've walked through the strategy. So, what's your next move? What are you going to do with this right now? Just remember this one simple thing. Unlike a traditional grant that has a hard closing date, in this world, opportunity is always open. That door is unlocked. You just need to know which ones to walk through and be ready when you do. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. With all these possibilities out there, from reporting on vital stories to scaling a world-changing enterprise, which door are you going to open first?